Hello, everyone. Um, there's some news coming out of Canada, and it's very serious. The
There is a pot
BBC.com
to
news is
complete the
reporting
community
that the
evacuation.
Canada wildfires are going crazy, and they're trying to evacuate people to get them out as soon as possible. So, the race to evacuate city as blaze approaches. The 20,000 residents of Yellowknife, the capital of the Northwest Territories, have been given until noon
There is a
Friday, that is tomorrow at noon, to leave. As of Thursday morning, the fire was within 10 miles of the city. Another fire is
there
threatening
is a
the
pot to
community
complete the
of Hay
community
River.
evacuation.
One evacuee told the CBC her car began melting as she and her family drove through the embers while fleeing that town. The Northwest Territories declared a state of emergency late on Tuesday as it battles nearly 240 wildfires. Mike Westick, the territory's fire information
There is a
officer,
possi-
has said that in the absence of rain, there is a chance the blaze will reach the outskirts of Yellowknife by the weekend. We're doing absolutely
There is a pot to
everything we
complete the
can, first
community
and foremost,
evacuation.
to slow the growth and prevent that fire from making it to Yellowknife, he told broadcaster CBC early on Thursday. On Wednesday, Shane Thompson, the region's environment minister, told reporters that the fires had taken another turn for the worse and represented a real threat to Yellowknife. I want to stress
There is a
that the
possi-
city is not in immediate danger, he said, but you put yourself and others at risk if you choose to stay. The premier of the Northwest Territories described the Yellowknife evacuation as unprecedented. I know we are all tired of the word,
There
but
is a pot to complete the community
there is no other
evacuation.
way to describe the situation in the Northwest Territories, Caroline Cochran said on Wednesday. Some residents of Yellowknife had already begun leaving earlier on Wednesday after parts of the city were put on evacuation alert, meaning they could be asked to leave at a moment's notice. You guys, I mean, if I were them, I would also get out
There is a possi-
before being told, just knowing that the fires are moving towards them. They're 10 miles out. Any gust of wind could accelerate that fire and make it burn faster. And they should take a lesson and look at what happened. Even though these poor people in Maui did not have any warning that the fire was as it was, which is so strange that the warnings failed. Um, Look at how many people so far been have lost their lives there. So yes, it is a very good idea to get out now. Watching the flights sell out and the gas prices go up, I just kind of got to a point where we should leave. Ashley McClellan, who fled with her baby south to Edmonton, told the CBC. Hay River Mayor Candace Jamieson pleaded with anyone remaining in the town to leave immediately. The fire moved 30 kilometers in a few hours because of strong winds. Look at that. Earlier this week, closing the only two highways out of town. Then it stalled about 10 kilometers away from the town. The road out of Hay River is treacherous, the mayor said, and food and petrol gas supplies are getting low in the community. Phone and internet services have also been down in the remote region. Resident Lisa Mundy described how her bumper had begun to melt, her windscreen had cracked, and her car had filled with smoke as she and her husband left the town with their two children on Sunday. You couldn't see anything. We were driving through embers, she said. My 6-year-old son actually said to me, I don't want to die, mommy. And he kept saying it so many times. That is so sad. Canada's military has been coordinating airlift operations out of several communities in Northwest Territories' South Slave region that have been threatened by wildfires in recent days. You guys, what a weird name. South Slave region. Wow. Airlift operations out of Yellowknife are set to begin on Thursday afternoon, the territory's government said, with 5 flights scheduled to Calgary in the neighboring province of Alberta. The fires have launched the largest airlift evacuation effort in the territory's history. The communities of Fort Smith, I don't know how to say this, Cataliche First Nation, Hay River Enterprise and Jean-Marie Riviere are also under evacuation orders. Enterprise, home to 120 people, is 90% gone after a wildfire swept through this week, the community's mayor told the CBC on Tuesday. Canada is having its worst wildfire season on record, with nearly 1,100 active fires burning across the country as of Wednesday. Experts have pointed to a warmer and drier spring than normal as the reason. Scientists say climate change increases the risk of hot, dry weather that is likely to fuel wildfires. So, wow, you guys, this is scary. And nope, I don't live in Canada. I'm in Louisiana. I'm way down here in the South. But it's scary because this can happen anywhere. It is super dry. Even here, I'm seeing people making a choice. I was just talking with my mother this morning about making the choice to give water to your animals, like, your cows and things like that, versus watering the garden. And of course, you're going to give water to the animals and just pray for rain, right? That is how it's gotten here. Hopefully we get some rain soon. Hopefully they get some rain out there to help put out those wildfires. Oh yeah, we can pray for them, you guys, because pray for rain. But a lot of people don't believe in climate change, and it's real. I mean, do you feel the heat out there? And then there's some areas in the United States that have been getting the worst weather and setting records for first time of this and first time of that and worst of this and worst of that. And we were under an emergency, a state of emergency here in Louisiana the other day because the hospitals were filling up with people in the emergency room from heat exhaustion and all sorts of issues related to the heat. So if you think that climate change is not real, look at everything that's going on around you. And if you think the Bible and God isn't real, Jesus Christ is God, you think that isn't real, go read the Bible and then look at the things that are going on around us. Anyway, you guys, let me know what your thoughts are. There are conspiracy theorists who are saying that there's no climate change and how can the fires in Canada affect New York? You ever heard of wind? Like, that smoke is thick and dense. Well, think it dense is the same thing. Really heavy, and it can be pushed into the United States. Remember, New York is right there. All of our northern border is bordered with Canada. So yes, our states up there can get some of this smoke. Don't think that it... Anyway, let me not get into that. Let's pray for these people to all make it out safely, and that there's rain soon to help. All right, you guys, let me know your thoughts on all of this in the comments.